The Kangaroos have named 7 changes to the side that defeated England in the opening game of the Rugby League World Cup. Boyd Cordner and Josh Papali will both make their debuts in the green and gold, while coach Tim Sheens has completely shuffled his backline. Greg Inglis will start at fullback, Jared Hayne, Josh Morris and Michael Jennings all come into the team, and Daly-Cherry Evans will wear the number 7 jersey, partnering with Jonathan Thurston in the halves. NRL.com caught up with Sheens to talk about his selections ahead of the game against Fiji. Tim, you've named Greg Inglis at fullback. What's the thinking there?
To get him more involved this week. I was going to rest Billy, and GI had a quiet game last week, and so I thought a fullback would spark him, get him involved, and I'm still obviously thinking of Billy next week, but it gives us a good look at GI.
Is there just a chance to get him more ball and more running in his legs, and a chance just to get more into this World Cup?
Yeah, I think so, and I think centre, depending on how much ball you give to that edge, can be a quiet position, and he's been quiet occasionally even for Queensland, I think, when he doesn't get much ball. So we've obviously got to work to do that. But I think this week, Jonathan was the same. They didn't get a lot of ball on that left edge. Basically, our right edge doubled the tackle count and the work rate. So it was a good chance to get Jonathan another game, and also obviously GI at the back.
Daly-Cherry Evans gets a partner, Jonathan Thurston, in the halves. It's a big step for Cherry to wear that number 7 jersey.
Yeah, it is, and it's a chance for him to get some game time, obviously, and irrespective of the fact that it's breaking up my starting halves has its downfall too. With games to play, you need to make sure that Cherry has some game time under his belt. He's the next halfback we're going to use, and we can't afford to have him not play any football at all. And then if there was an issue deep into the series, it'd be difficult for him to pick up the speed of the game. So Cooper understood that as a professional he is. So we just make sure we cover all bases as we go through the tournament.
But you keep that stability there, having Jonathan. He was man of the match in game 1, and he plays again in game 2. Yeah,
well, Jonathan. And yet Jonathan only kicked the ball twice. Cooper had all the kicking games, so I still need Jonathan to do a little bit more work there and control the game with the younger half. He'll get a chance to do that.
And a few new names from last week. Josh Morris and Michael Jennings also get a run.
Yeah, Josh will start on the right side, and Michael in his favourite spot on the left. But both boys will be considered then for centre options in the future. They're both jumping for joy to get their run this week. Great pace out of both boys, so we're looking to give them some football, and then we'll need that too to match Fiji. They've got a lot of speed and power on the outside as well.
Is that one of the reasons Inglis goes back to fullback, gives Jennings a chance to show what he's got on his preferred left side?
Yes, I suppose. I was looking to get Jeno an opportunity, but I think the side, there's a few younger guys in the side, and I think Big Greg at the back is obviously a good steadying force. He's had a great season too. He talked really well at training today, so I think with him and Billy we've got 2 very, very good options. Outside of obviously Jared Hayne can play there too, and so can Darius Boyd, so we've got good options in that position.
No changes in the starting front row, just trying to get more game time with both of them, and Cam as well at hookup?
We need Cameron for stability, and the first half is going to be the tough half. Robbie will get his chance. The front row need more time. With the 12-man interchange, they actually played less time than they probably would at NRL. So, they'll need another game. They're likely to play more games because they're playing less time, if you know what I mean. Where, as last week, Cameron and all the backs played 80 minutes. Most of the forwards, probably averaged about 40 minutes, which is not a lot of time for them. So they need to play more regularly.
We've already seen a few upsets in this World Cup, so starting with Cam Smith, you're starting front rowers, keeping Jonathan Thurston, shows that you're taking this game really serious as well.
Oh, hell yeah. They're a strong side. They came out, I watched the game the other night, and they're big and strong with a lot of experience, a lot of speed and power. So, we're not, we don't take anything for granted. Our English game wasn't strong enough, so, we're not kidding ourselves that, we're in good form or great form just yet. So we need to work our way through the tournament and build on that. So Cameron at 9, and at least one of the starting halves at least keeps that steady.
Boyd Cordner gets his chance?
Yeah, I think Boydie will come off the bench early in the first half, and he and young Papali will share that role. They're both very good edge runners. The halves know they can go to them and hit them as lead runners, as well as the boys can catch and pass. So I'm looking forward to see both having a go.
Has Cordner impressed you so far from what you've seen in camp?
Oh hell yeah, he's done very well. Obviously, I didn't play him. I didn't think about him in game one because he's still recovering a little bit from the grand final in that ankle. But he seems to be, and the medical staff have given him a clearance. So we're looking forward to giving him some time this week.
And just finally, one we haven't touched on, Jared Hayne. Obviously, he'd be in contention last week, just missed out, but it gives him a good chance to get a run under his belt.
Yeah, well, he should get 80 minutes, and I'm thinking also of giving him an opportunity to get involved more, as well as play wing. So we'll see what happens during the game. But right at the moment, the first half team will go out as is, and they'll have to cop what they cop from Fiji early, and then we'll see what happens in the second half.
You went out to that Fiji game. What did you take out of it? What are the few things that you saw from that game?
Well, their size and power and the speed of the backs, and certainly a good, competent set of 6 and 7, and the fullback's quick also, Nguama. So they showed a lot of experience, as you would have expected, particularly with the Petro-led side, and plenty of composure. They gave away a few penalties, but even with 12 men, they defended well. So I was impressed with their overall performance for sure.